Let me just make sure that everything's set up. Sorry I'm late. I had to get some things additionally set up. Okay. Now we share it that we're live. Just so everyone knows we're live. Ah, what happened? What happened? Stop. Stop. Cancel. Scared. There we go. I almost shared a clip of nothing. What the fuck? Okay, well at least now I can hear my audio. Because I'm hearing myself on my phone. I gotta mute myself on my phone. One second. There we go. Perfect. All right. Now let's make sure that our phone's properly on the charger. There it goes. All right. So it feels as though we were here before, not too long ago, and we had to select our ending. The ending we selected last time was the Age of Stars. The ending we're going for now, well, not today, but after we beat the DLC, because that's going next. The ending we're going for is the Age of the Duskborn. So, Fia's ending. So, what we're going to do now, before we go to the DLC, is we're going to warm up. And we're going to warm up in... Where is it? I was just looking at it yesterday. Not the Unsightly's Catacombs. We are looking for the Black Knife Catacombs, because that's where we're going to warm up. Because I saw something there when I was looking it up. If I could just figure out where the fuck... That's Gale Tunnel. That's Gale Cave. I feel as though we're getting close. We haven't gone there yet. We haven't gone there yet this stream. Minor Erdtree. Hold on. Hold on. Hold the heck on. Okay. I'm just going back to my notes. Because it is in the loose plan. Uh, da, 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 da. Northeast, the Ernia. I'll be honest, gang, I don't think I've been here at all. I don't think we've been here at all. Converted Fringe Tower. Okay, so we have been there before. Did we get what we needed to get there? I don't think so. So we're gonna go there right now. Assassin Cerulean Dagger, Rosis Axe. Yeah, according to our notes, this is where we're going. So let's go there right now. Let's warm up. We're going there to warm up so we can get our level. Guys, we're like 54,000 away from leveling. So the plan is go in, get a level, get out, then go to the DLC. And then start with the Blackjail Knight. What the heckins? I think we have been here before. Because what we have from there is the Crimson Dagger. Where's my talismans? Where is it? We have the Crimson. Now I'm starting to think my notes not lie to me. Thankfully, at the end of my last playthrough, the first game cycle, we had a master list of talismans that we were using to hunt last time. Assassin Cerulean Dagger. Black Knife Catacombs. Obtained from defeating the Black Knife Assassin in the Black Knife Catacombs. Okay, so it should be there. Either way, we should get a level out of this. Okay, cool. I guess that ends the debate. We're in the right place. Alright, we were just in there. Ow. You're the guy I gotta kill. Alright, so that takes care of those guys. And I think we gotta go up here. And now we run. Because I know those fuckers are gonna heal. Ah. Alright, let's keep moving. Without getting ganked by the crabs. The crabs committing a ganking isn't what I want to happen. Alright, so the way up, I think, is in that door. Okay, now we gotta go up there. Because that's where our runes are. If we want our level that badly, we gotta go back and get them. So I gotta go back and get them. Hopefully, everyone's having a good morning. Why is my phone trying to stop? Stop stopping. There. Now, hopefully it doesn't just, like, randomly die. It shouldn't, but the stream manager is scaring me. There we go. It's managed to catch up. Alright, so we're going to ignore the skeletons. I think until we find the summoner. That's the move. Alright, so that's that summoner. Uh, Stop, guys. That's not cool. Okay, cool. Keep running. Okay. Cool. I think I deserved a drink there. Okay, so the summoner's down there. Let's kill the boss first. Get a quick stance break. Cool. Assassin's Cerulean Dagger, black knife print. Ooh, okay. Scimitar. Alright, so we don't want to go there just yet. First up, I want to check the items I got. Inventory. Mark of the Night of the Black Knives Ritual. Critical hits restore FP. Alright, that was sloppy. So, I think we gotta go down this way. Alright. Alright. You can't see it, guys, but I'm really shaking my head at those guys. Ow, stop that. Alright, 5 heals left. I think we got this. Ow, stop that, please, please. You fucking whores. Okay, so this is the area I need Sacred Blade for. So it's not gonna be a first try, I don't think. Okay, you're actually reasonably strong. Okay, you're gonna be a first try. Cool, cool. Jesus shit. Okay. So I think that gets us to the level we want. And we got a death root. Okay, let's get the fuck out of here. Let's get the fuck out of here. Right now. Alright. Let's get that level first of all. So we want to take Arcane up to 40. There. Arcane is now at 40. Let's kill this dude. The dude is dead. Alright. So we got what we were looking for, and now we go to the DLC. And we're going to start in Gravesite Plains. I, of course, wanted to deny that. Account created July 30th, 2021. Yeah, you should have been banned. This is why I like Suribot. They take out the trash. Right, so this run, we're doing the DLC after we completed the base game. I just gotta select the ending in the base game. But next run, I'm thinking of doing the DLC first and then doing the base game. So to do that, I think I just have to move around Barre and get to Altus to start the Radahn Festival, then beat Radahn. And then I'm in the DLC again. But that's the New Game Plus 2. Alright, so let's set a marker. Where's the first one? Where the good goddamn is it? This isn't engaging, I know, but I gotta find out where I put the marker. Annoy me. Okay, hold on. Alright, so we know where number 2 is, so let's go 3, 4. Alright. Now we're back to 1. Let's go to 1. In my first playthrough in the base game cycle, I did the DLC and the base game simultaneously. As a result of that, I got really overleveled really fast. So I think I'm still gonna get overleveled. Ooh, okay. I didn't realize you had that kind of weakness. Okay, this is gonna be fun. We're fine. We are absolutely fine. The DLC is gonna go great. Okay, cool. Don't be aggro to me, worms. I'm just a little dude. Okay. Check our talismans. They look approximately fine. Alright, we're now subject to a stake America. Let's see how good let's see how good Lion's Claw is in the DLC. Hi. Ooh, okay. Am I not already stance break? Good, you're out of your health. Ow, how'd I whip that? Got that proc off. Still first try though. Okay. So now where we want to go is Ballarat. And to get there, we go to the first Mikula Cross. Ah. It's all good. There's a grace there. We can just hit the grace. Oh well, it's comforting to know that Lion's Claw is going to see me through. Now my question then becomes, can I still find more Shadow Tree fragments? If they've recycled their locations, because I need at least 20 for Promised Consort. Yes. Okay. Okay. We might be fine. We're gonna be fine. We're gonna be just fine. All right, let's start moving around the NPCs.
I am Freya. In battle. Oh, and did you speak to our? If you've yet to do, you'll find more of them. They are Mikula the.
Yes, I know. Thank you.
Fine. Then, I will understand. The Earth Tree is, I believe, Mikula, but never will.
Okay, cool.
If Mikula these, I urge you.
Let's see your scribbles. All right. Onward and indeed upward into Ballarat. Okay. Okay. Let's ignore these random ghosties. Alright, there's the cross. And there's my buddy, Ansbach. And someone who I'm absolutely gonna tell to off themselves. So more. Didn't expect a friend.
Elaba, together. for Mikola the many things.
What have you found so far? Runex, I'll take all of your Runex. Is there anything else I could possibly use from you? Well pickled turtleneck.
I like for you. Things bring
Okay.
for you.
Okay, so that's all your dialogue.
Goodbye.
Oh my god, buddy, how are you doing?
I am Ansbach,
Yes.
formerly in service to Lord Moog, but now, like you, I'm hardly this, which is why I have chosen to dedicate myself.
I feel that, dude.
I'd rather May 6th.
Yes.
Kid. If you discover, be certain. I presume just what.
Oh, I'll tell
If
you.
you discover, be certain. I presume just what kind Mikola.
Okay. That's the first part of the quest. Getting them started to move around. Once they reach Shadowkeep, their charm breaks, and then their quest advances anyway. So that's super cool. Yeah, so I will absolutely add you on Discord. Hold on. Victorts. Okay. 1 second. 1 second. Alright, I'm just gonna do something boring for a second. Let's go to Discord. Add this guy already. Okay. Okay. So I think I just sent you a request. Hopefully you got it. All right, pushing forward. Now we gotta kill some spider scorpions. They're annoying, they're scary, but we gotta kill them. All right, I see you up there. Have some lion's claw. Perfect. I already have a good feeling about the DLC. Alright, you're dead. That's another revered spirit ash. Shadow Realm runes. Anything over this way? No, nothing over this way. Oh, I didn't kill you guys. Bye, you're dead. Alright, let's keep going. And get more of these little dudes. They're just gonna fall from the ceiling at this point. There's a bigger one up here. Now, when I came to Ballarat in the first playthrough, I was rune level 116. Now I'm rune level 253. It's been a long time. Imagine being that loud and not thinking I can hear you. Bellarat Tower Settlement. Let's hit the first grace. No, we can't go back through that way until much later. We have to find a key. It's going to be a whole thing. I know where the key is. It's just a matter of getting there. Same with that gate. We gotta go through the tower settlement first. And let me tell you, these guys in the first playthrough were such a pain. Take a look up. So it's either over there or it's over there where the key is. Either way, we have to head up. Alright, now let's deal with those spellcasters. Oh, fuck off. Yeah, that's right. I'm under here. What are you gonna do? Let's be fancy about it. Alright, now we're in a position to deal with those casters. Ooh, okay. At least you know where our runes are. I think the casters jumped off. I can't tell. We'll find out, though. Okay, that was good. That was good first. That was good first go through. So let's do that again. And this time push further. Alright, then we gotta run up this way. Fast as we can, avoiding the casters. I clearly hit you. Alright, so the casters do come down eventually. Come on. What are you gonna do? Right, so there's still 2 casters above me. That's cool. Okay, let's run and grab our shit. Okay. It does build the nest egg up to 209,000. So we gotta go back and get it. So we plan on going until 1 p.m. today. We started around 10:05. Our usual schedule is Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 10 to 1. Yesterday we had to. Well, on Wednesday we had to do an ultra long one to make up for the one we missed on Monday. And that was actually super fun going as long as I did. I had a great time. Sorry for the aggressive vape sounds. Excuse me. I know it's for drip purposes, but let's put the Armor of Solitude back on. It's the tankier shit. Alright, now we run. Okay, so it was the big guys. That is the casters. Is it just one up there now, or is it still 2? I think it's just 1. Okay, so we're gonna do that one again. It's these load times that are the reason I need to upgrade my Xbox One to a Series X. Sorry. That and the fact that it takes my that and the fact that it sounds like my fan is taking forever in the thing. I'm not sure if you can hear it. My phone, but my Xbox right now, it's spinning hard. Why did I have to challenge myself today? Why did I do that? Now we're doing worse. Okay. Okay. Alright, where's the other... Where is the other stake that I put down? There we go. Alright, let's get the runes. Hi. See you. Because I know there's a grace up here. Get bugged. Ooh, okay. Ah, what the fuck? Okay, we're here. And that lets us bring up our revered spirit ashes. They're +9, our Shadow Tree Blessing is +13. Honestly, given the performance of the last, let's call it, few minutes, I'm not sure I deserve that, but we got it. Alright, cool. Then we need a key to get in here. Alright, let's do some stealth. Ooh, okay. And the Dunkening continues. Alright, so over there's the key. Let's not get stuck on the geometry. Who's casting? That was likely you. You'll cast on me in a second. Alright, now we do Queeline. Alright, where are you coming in from?
Embrace of Messmer's flame.
Yeah. Just mashing here just to get the win.
Graceless heathen. Thou art the flame of Messmer.
No, but I certainly evaded your flame, and you're the caster. Oh, that's cool. Get back here. Or it could have been you. We'll never know. We'll never know. Nor do I wish to know, quite frankly. Alright, now I've turned on some passive health regen. Well, as passive as scoring crits can be. Alright, let's go around and get that key. You die now. I should have got a crit there. I should have got a crit there. That's the whole reason that talisman's there. We don't have to do that whole run back again, so that's good. So we don't need to go that way. Let's do our stealth again. And we get our crit. Now let's not lose that. Let's not lose the 200,000, that 300,000 runes that are over there. Come on, hit me. Go ahead. Alright, so the runes are in there. That's not the key. The key, as you can see, is sitting right over there, next to that dude. So we gotta go over that way. What are you crying about? Broke your pots. That's a storeroom key. Throwing daggers. Why is this game making a liar out of my misrememberings? One thing we can do is unlock a shortcut. That was very close. I got very worried. Okay, so that shortcut's unlocked. Alright, let's keep going up this way. What's ultimately up this way? Super cool, guys. I love it. Ooh, okay. They must all hatch from these things. Very cool and interesting. I don't think I've been in here before. My arm's sinestral. So his left arm. A spirit ash? Dried bouquet. That's not what I'm familiar with, if I'm being honest. I hate every single one of you. All right. What does the dried bouquet do? Raises your attack power when summoned spirit dies. That would actually be semi-useful. Like, really useful, actually. The more I think about it, the more it might be worth it to, like, get to an area where I can summon a weak spirit, or I can summon a weak spirit summon and see what happens once they die. All kinds of fly mold. Alright. I know which way you're going to come from. There we go. Back up to full health. Now we gotta fight our way once we're up this ladder. They're worth quite a bit of runes, honestly. Ouch. Okay, well, we at least know where our runes are. Vaguely. Knowing where our runes are is half the battle. The other half the battle, extreme violence. Let's use the storeroom key while we're here. Stop casting, you fool. Alright, she's sleeping. I need to come back here. Once I have the hat. Actually, wait, I have the hat. I'm curious if she'll give me the soup.
Who art thou? By the look of thee, tell me, how do the our
But I'm wearing the hat.
listen to thy skill then?
Oh man. I want to start by getting the soup. And give me my health back. Good God. The absolute state of this game. I'm curious. How lightning resistant are they? Not very. Good to know. That was too close. It's not gonna run in here. We know where the runes are. Ron Flask. How resistant are you to lightning? Apparently very. I hate you. I hate them so much. This honestly is a pleasing talisman setup. I quite like it. Aw, man. I missed my shit. I'm honestly tempted to just run it again. If I'm being perfectly honest, I may do that. Well, there goes my runes. All 337,000 of them. It's probably for the best anyway. I would have wasted them. I just know I would. I feel I would have. And I was literally just saying I was going to run that again, so we're going to run that again. We're going to swap out our weapons, though, just to make it a bit more challenging. We're going to go for that. It doesn't put us into heavy load. It doesn't put us into heavy load. We're going to go dual claymores this time. Oh, I always forget that's a thing. Cool. That wasn't exhausting. And then comes the casting, of course. I was gonna cheese it. Nor is it written that I can't cheese it. See you. Bye-bye. Let me through. Ah. It just did not stop. But this is the sort of challenge I like. Now, people say the DLC doesn't scale. But it clearly does scale. Alright, so we've been going for approximately an hour and 5 minutes. It's 11:11 right now. It's 11:11 and so far things are going the way I wish. I'm being challenged. Ooh, okay. Alright, he's been frostbitten. And the frostbite did shit to him. Okay. Let's switch back to Old Reliable. At least in the main hand. Too slow. Too slow. Annoyingly too fast. I'm just gonna fight you. This has all gotten a bit away from me. Reposition. And kill. Okay. Not gonna lie, that actually got away from me really fast. So let's be patient up here. Let's take out the birds, because clearly cheesing them didn't work out in my favor. Darn. Ah, I have iframes on crits. Weird Spirit Ash, and now I get to bite you. Oh, you motherfucker. Let's do it. Okay. And if I think this is bad, imagine how bad Divine Beast Dancing Lion is going to be. That's going to be fucking horrendous. Okay. That's one down. Now we're going to take our own advice and we're going to take our time. Alright, crit received. That's not a crit. That's a crit. Alright, now we don't cheese it from the birds. We have to, unfortunately, fight the birds. I don't wanna, but we got it. You know, I'm growing to hate those birds. I really am. I have grown to hate. It was the birds that radicalized me against Elden Ring's enemies. There's a super easy way to get back up there. You know what it is? Going back to the original Grace and using the shortcut I unlocked. Because that's what that's there for. To get me past those shadow soldiers, so I can then make it past the birds. It's easy, it's wholly doable. Alright, let's go up. Alright, you. Die. Okay. Now you. I quite frankly don't like your attitude. Okay. Ah, just one more hit, just one more hit. That was very close. That was unreasonably close. We almost had that. And it's not even like I'm worried about the runes at this point. I just want to get past that section. And I can't completely cheese it across here. Okay. So the way I see it, my option is to cheese it. It's okay, you can run. I already have your shit. Just run, Jason. Nothing here is worth stopping for. Nothing here is worth stopping for. That might be worth stopping for. That's definitely worth stopping for. Ah, leave me alone. Alright. A curse blade is going to drop down any second now. So very close to the edge there. Not gonna lie, it was actually a little terrifying. Whew, okay. Okay. Let's rest of the site of grace. Okay, now I know you are just going to add to the enemy's health pool. If I want to progress your quest, I gotta use you. Therein lies the challenge of the DLC run. The fact that in order to progress their storylines, I have to summon them. Alright, Black Flame Protection. That is gonna get overwritten by Golden Bough. It's not gonna get overwritten by my flask. Alright, let's make this fight happen. I'm not hopeful I can one-cycle it. This fight honestly took me a while in my first playthrough. Okay. Oh no, I'm in stamina debt. Alright, so changing to the rain. Alright, using the rain phase. Changing phases again, I heal. I'm doing the tornado. Ow. There we go. First try. Members of the Dancing Lion. Cool. Alright. For the first Remembrance boss down in the DLC, this is going pretty good. Can't empower my my Spirit Blessing right yet. So we're gonna go up this way for a second. Just to get a grace unlocked. We're gonna get a grace unlocked, and we're gonna get this revered Spirit Ash Blessing. Cool. And this is another grace, I think, up here, or it's just a letter from Letta. I think it's just a letter from Letta. Yeah, it's Letta. Alright, so now the next thing I want to do, now that we've done Divine Beast Dancing Lion, I want to grab my second Great Katana. And in order to do that, we gotta go to this lake. The lake will be super cool. Because in the middle of that lake, there's a dead dragon. And it's gonna come back to life when it gets to the Great Katana. I just gotta remember how to play Elden Ring, and I'll be fine. And that's ultimately the trick to these games. You just gotta remember how to play the games. Everything you learned up until your boss fight or whatever, that's just been your training. You just gotta remember your fucking training. Alright.
Ah, that was a fine battle indeed. It heartens me that another warrior stands among us, among the beckoned. Long ago, I was stricken by scarlet rot in the swamp of Aeonia. Immobile, feverish, and in great pain, I was entirely resigned to death. I was left behind, and only kindly Mikola was good enough to seek me out. My wound was swollen and festering, exuding a most pungent odor, and yet he drained the poison from it, despite my wretched visage. Now, I consider this wound my compass.
I see.
Let us both take... May we meet again. Do you wonder why the eternally dour fellow keeps his distance?
Yeah, I do
He's one
actually.
of the tower's horn scent. I can only assume he fights for his own, but we needn't concern ourselves. If he too was charmed, and that makes us... We're not gods. I doubt our meddling could ever...
You'd think that.
Let us both. May we meet again.
Okay. If I want to progress Hornsense quest, I gotta get the soup. Alright, back into Bellarat. I have to get the soup. And then I gotta give the soup to Hornsense. So to do that, we gotta go see the Hornsent Grand Dam. Inventory. Equipment. This has gotta be the new one.
Oh, does a sculpted king. Oh,
Yes, I do.
as I felt the sacred beast's essence fade.
Yep, 100% me.
Anxiety welled up within. Forgive this old woman her foolish fears. 'Tis such after and as of it.
Yes, it's me. It's okay, you don't have to fangirl.
And dance take vengeance. They let them sing my song. Oh, my song.
Do I not get the soup? Dang it, I wanted the soup.
Horn-decked beast.
I guess I'm just gonna throw hands with Hornsent at the Shadow Keep because I want his Spelks, and I need to do it in order to get Letta's charms, Letta's talismans. I do have a rough game plan for how I'm intending on doing the DLC because I finished it not long ago. Like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 3 or 4 weeks ago at this point. Not the Black Knife Hood. I don't want the Black Knife Hood. That's not a good hood. This is a good hood. Alright. Let's go get the second Great Katana. It's gonna be super annoying to get. I already see it. I'm gonna go to this Grace. So that way, if we die, we reset right here. There's a couple of different ways we can go and get it. We can run in and grab it. Which honestly sounds fun. But I don't think I'd be able to live with myself just cutting and running like that. Alright, so it's right in there. See that pile of what looks like branches? That's not branches. Here it is. My baby. Alright, let's keep up the pressure. Andreas, draw aggro. That's what I love about you, man. Because once he's in an enemy space, they're all he thinks of. He's all they think about. How did I not recognize he was going into ignition? Oh, you knew it was going for your ankles. Oh no, no, I'm not gonna get the crit. Alright, this time we're gonna get the fucking crit. There we go. That's one way to end it on a cool note. Ooh, cool. Somber Ancient Dragon Smithing Stone. I'm looking for dudes with pots on their heads while we're here. I know there's some about, I just gotta find them. Alright, so that's done. We've been there. I guess the only thing to do now is to cross over into Ensis. I mean, there's a way around. I just gotta remember which way it was. I'm just making sure my window's open a little bit. Perfect. Okay. Second Great Katana gotten. Okay, so now we gotta cross the bridge. Which honestly is its own brand of terror, if we're being honest. However, there's a sneaky way into Ensis. I panic as I realized I was too high up. What's all this then? Furnace visages. I know I need them for furnace pots. Which is a sneaky way into Ensis. I thought I was there. Of course, everyone tried to go down this way. Because Ensis is ultimately where we want to go, because that's where it progresses the story. We're only going to have to fight Rolana. Which I gotta be honest with you, I'm not looking forward to. But based on my experiences in the base game and getting past her, the solution to her, guard counters. That's literally it. I just have to hit as many guard counters as I can. Oh no. The game's frozen. Again, this is another reason why I want an Xbox Series X. Alright, so those are all grave birds. I just want to look for a second. Because while verticality is a thing in this game, sometimes you can't always take the map to mean what it means. I'm just gonna ride out this way, ride back to the bridge. Hi guys, I see you. Yeah, that's certain death. Let's go back to the bridge. There's gonna be a ballista-like thing that's gonna start firing at us the minute we get like a significant portion of the way across the bridge. Let's just get ready to jump. The Alack Great Bridge. Alright, it's starting. Alright, let's get to the Grace. Okay, we're almost out of level. We're getting close. And we're almost at Blessing 20. Our next level is in approximately 100,000 levels. Right now, I want to look, because I do recall there being a sneaky way around to the back. Just go through the camp. Specifically look around this way. Down there's certain death. It's that way. If we follow this way, that takes us to Dragon Pit eventually. That takes us to Tialier. That's very interesting. Why couldn't I go across that way? Well, why couldn't Torrent go across that way? No matter, we're gonna go down this way. Bypassing the bridge. I mean, even honestly, if I have to fight Rolana, it's fine. Alright, we already got that talisman. Talisman. Run forward to the Star Bell, or the Star Bell past. Fort of Reprimand. Let's go past the bats again. One of, if not one of the most least favorite enemy types of mine. Okay, so we do have to cross the bridge. I'm not entirely certain why we have to cross it on foot, but let's cross it on foot. Wow, that caused my game to slow down significantly. More. Got him. Okay. There's a Burger King. That answers the question of what happens if I just don't let them attack me. I'm just looking right now. Always good to get some always good to get some somber smithing stones. Never gonna say no to extra stones. And this one is another stone, I think. Yep, number 1. Okay. Huh. Alright, now let's look over there. So I feel we can get to there. Verticality is a thing, but I think we can get around it. I think it'll take us to Fog Rift, but... You know what? I think it's worth looking. Oh wait, I know why I couldn't use my horse. It's because it's because I was technically in a castle. My bad, guys. Let's go further afield this way. What's the message say? No research ahead. Yeah, no, there's no research ahead here. I do want to see what's around this way. Uh-huh. Alright, so this takes us to Fog Rift. I'm almost 1,000% certain down there's Fog Rift Catacombs. Yeah. Yeah, just Fog Rift. I don't want to go to the Fog Rift just yet. How do I know I don't want to go to Fog Rift just yet? I just don't. It's one of the more annoying catacombs for me. Alright, now we're technically in a castle again. Now I know there's a way around, and it's just, I'm just blanking on it right now. Like, it's on the tip of my tongue. In my mind's eye, I can see it. Come on, attack. Now I clearly was healing at that point. They don't have to face me with that kind of negativity. The game knows I was healing. I know I was healing. And yet still, the game couldn't give me my health back. That is deeply unpleasant and unfortunate for me. Okay. Excuse me. Alright, so the giant's dead. I guess he's a non-responding enemy. Let's get the runes. And actually, let's just go for pure aggression. How am I not hitting you? Ooh. Bracing. Up there's where we get the second Milady. Alright, we got the second Milady. Awesome. Now we just try to get to the next race. Too bad that roar didn't get you anything. I know we can get down there eventually. Just a matter of getting there. And a matter of me exploring off stream so I can get some things like unlocked, like graces and such. Already got the item there. I like how certain items just don't respawn. Okay. There is a Mickle across. Here's an item. That was a tough dog. Can you guess where the Grace is? Alright, let's see if we can empower our blessing. I don't think we can. I think we're one off. How far off are we? Yeah, 2 off. So we need 2 more Shadow Tree blessings, and then we have a flat 20. Here I abandon the flesh of my body. Ah. Get fucked. Oh, that didn't kill you. Okay, and then we gotta go through this area and get through some dogs. Possibly overkill to hit the Flask of Wondrous Physic before getting in there, but I don't know. Just want to take a chance. Just didn't want to take a chance. All right, and we get up here. Go up the geometry. Avoid killing the dogs. The dogs have done me no ill. And I'm going for the item in here because it's behind a waterfall. Not resin. Which we need to make greases in here. Let me get it. Go up the ladder. This is gonna open up a shortcut for us. Well, not a shortcut, the main entrance, really. Ow! Fuck off. All right. I'm gonna cross over here, running super fast. And that opens up the main gate. There's a bowman. Get out of the range of the bowman, Jason. Alright, that's one of them down. Okay, that's one down. Now you get to die too. Thank you, I was thirsty. When I round this corner, there's going to be a dog. And magicians. Okay. Now that we know our runes are there, we're going to cheese it. We're going to kill the dog. And then we're going to go fight that dude. That sounds like the best possible plan. So it's going to go cheese, gank, gank. Because that dog did just not want to let me go. It did not. I want to keep going. I want to keep attacking. So, let's use that handy dandy shortcut we unlocked. Hi guys. None of you are my concern right now. Okay, fuck off. Die. Fucking magicians, man. Cool. We're now approximately 10,000 off from a level. Oh god, we're starting to tilt already. I knew that would happen. I knew once we hit within around 10,000, close to getting a level, we were gonna tilt on those ruins. And while honestly, I should just leave him be because there will be other levels. I can't. Because that's also the most direct way into Ensis and then to Rolana. So we're gonna go that way again. Now you're gonna come up here. In your own sweet time. There go those runes. There go those runes. Am I upset? Not even slightly. Because now I feel lighter without those runes. Now those runes aren't holding me back. They're not holding me down. Because now we can just cheese it. That is a rate we burned. You know, I'm swapping these around just for the pure damage. And because this works so well. I feel dumb for not trying that before. That was unreasonably sloppy. How many flasks do I have right now? 7? Usually 9. Let's avoid the magicians. And this is where my runes should be. That's what I get for button mashing and spamming. I at least want to get to Rolana before the stream is over. Maybe not necessarily beat her in this stream, That sounds extreme given what time it is. Given that we have a grand total of 40 minutes left on the stream. You might just have to say fuck it and cheese it. Hi guys. Bye guys. Yeah, we're cheesing it. Because either we get blendered by the magicians, or we get blendered by the soldiers. Either way, we're up for a blendering. Stop. My God, why do people call me at the worst times? My God. We're just gonna cheese it. We're just gonna choose it. Because we're getting bogged down at this bridge. We're getting bogged down by the magicians and the dogs. Right, so everything just follows me up here. I hope those guys are proud. And why is Stream Manager always squeezing? I don't understand it. Like, I'm not sure. I can't say I'm not sure why. I know why. It's because I'm in New Game +1. And the enemies get harder. They get more health, they get more HP. They get more strength, they get more HP. So it stands to reason that logically they just progress logically. Probably not the best move, but I'm making the move anyway. I'm running. There's a very specific reason why I'm running. Give ourselves some iframes. And so we can get to the next area. Alright, then we gotta fight the Andreas clone. My boy. Andreas, buddy, it gives me no pleasure to do this. It certainly gives me help, though. Okay. That takes us up to the boss room. We can no longer level because we lost all those runes. That's not the worst thing. It freed us to just progress to where we needed to progress to. Alright, let's have a quick think. Let's have a quick think. I'm gonna go with that. We are still heavy loaded. Lovely, super cool. So we swap out the hands for the gauntlets of solitude. All right, then. I am going to hate myself, but we're going to go for the Curved Sword Talisman. Honestly, let's see if she can handle it. We don't have enough runes to really worry about. Alright, Leda, my girl. You absolute psychopath. Alright, can she handle being Lion's Claw? Okay, it's going so far so good, pretty well. Big ol' stance break. That went well. That went well. My theory about guard counters is being proven correct. Because looking back on it and living through the fight now, it's quite clear that guard counters are what's gonna push the fight to be a win. So I think we just gotta do that. Focus on getting guard counters. We're not really doing charge attacks. This I do find does significantly increase the chance of a stance break. I want to see what's in my flask right now. Okay. Okay. There's the first stance break. I was clearly moving around that. There's a stance break. Thank you, Letta. I don't appreciate the kill stealing, but okay. That would have absolutely been a level. That was absolutely going to be a level. But second try. Second try. Second remembrance boss down. Well, second remembrance boss of the DLC down. Another Shadow Tree fragment. That's more. That's Dane telling us to go fight him. All right. We need one more to empower a blessing. However, I want to fuck up Queeline first. No, I don't think the Golden Hippo's a remembrance boss. At least I'm pretty sure he isn't. I will look it up. Because if I can avoid the Golden Hippo, I will. Not a big fan of that fight. However, one fight I absolutely can't skip is the Promised Consort. Cool. Cool story, bro.
How could this be? Forsake me not. My grace.
Nope. Alright, and that should take us up to 20. Okay, we're around this way. That's Shadow Keep. Down there's a way into Midra's. It makes me think though, because like, how do I describe it? The imbued stone sword key is going to take me all the way around this way. I think it takes me to right around up here, if I'm not mistaken, or somewhere inside of here. And if it takes me somewhere inside of here, I just have to go back across the bridge to get into Shadow Keep that way. And that helps me avoid the Golden Hippo. So honestly, it may be worth it to just take the key, do the thing. Yes, yes, I killed your dogs. You're on fire, dogs. There's Medders. Alright, so let's get to the Grace. Progress Lita and Hornsent.
Hello again. Did you meet my... They're quite the... Doubtless, were it not for the charm, the work.
The work of a living god.
Something
Ask.
about the Hornsent. True enough.
Yes.
Long ago, a cleanse. It's no wonder that aside, and in this regard, that they were never saints. They just happened to, but it's still a
It was a wretched shame. Alright. What do you have to say?
You have a knack for timing, my fellow. I found the
Oh no. Ooh, thank God. You're still there. So let's try to avoid... Let's try to avoid the golden hippo. It's not going to put me in, like, the best position, but it's going to put me in a better position. If that makes sense. It at least takes me away from the golden hippo. So far, this has been a very productive morning. 2 remembrance bosses. We're progressing the DLC as best as we can. Alright. Ancient Ruins of Rawa. Alright, so that takes us to around here. We're facing this way. Let's head in a loose easterly direction. Yeah, no, I don't actually want to bite you. Trust me, bro, I don't. If I have to, I will. That was actually kind of cool, not gonna lie. Alright, now that gives us a bit of time to look around. Wish I'd have ended on a crit, but what can you do? This is just a talisman. The verdigris discus. Yes, that's right, verticality. So if you look at the map, it doesn't seem that clear, but if you look hard enough, you can see that we're kind of locked in down here. However, still I look. Alright, so that's just masonry. That's almost certain death. That's Divine Beast Dancing Lion Part 2. Can't make it up there yet. Alright. Alright. How are we gonna do this again? Oh wait, that's right, Morth Ruins. It took me literally a second to look at the map and remember that Morth Ruins takes me to Bonnie Village, which then takes me behind which then takes me behind Shadowkeep, which then lets me completely and utterly fucking avoid the Golden Hippo. Just gotta get to Morth. It was a worthwhile trip. Alright, there's the ruins. Alright, hop. Hop. Alright. That should take me up to where I need to be. Yes. There, now we're at 20. You know, I think I will fight you. Just because I know I'm going to need you at Romina. Because fighting these guys moves our quest around. And then I have to go with... not that one. Calm down. Is that not the one? Ah, yes it is. This is for the gang fight. No hit. Cool, let's equip that. Because I don't think I've no-hit a boss yet. Okay, that's been equipped. Okay, so now that takes us to getting into Morth. Although I think now that I think about it, there's a path from behind the Fort of Reprimand. But I'm not 1,000% on that. I know that Morth Ruins takes us to behind Shadowkeep, because it's gonna take us to Bonnie Jail. Stop throwing your rocks. Alright, where's the way in here? And then we just have to make it through the parkour section. I just don't want to die. Okay, so we had to go down that way. Okay, cool. We have approximately 8 minutes left. So I'm going to try to rush around the back. If I do end up fighting the hippo, it's not going to be the end of the world, but I'm going to fight the hippo towards the end of my time at Shadowkeep. What I want to do is get the Shadow Tree Avatars arena unlocked. Too slow. Where the fuck are runes? Right there. Now let's consider the drop. Gotta land there. That 10 feet really made a difference, huh? Why am I not hitting? Golden Arcs. An incantation I don't use. Alright, so that takes us to here. This way takes us around. I wonder if any of these say snake. I'm applauding that. Snake? Snake! Aw, man. Didn't read the last one. But I'm glad that the community understood the reference and rolled with it. Let's keep going, let's keep going. Alright, so that takes us to Bonnie Village. Anyone who understands the lore of this game knows that Bonnie Village is where bad things happened. So what we're going to do is we're going to cross over this way. And despite my lust for vengeance for a long dead people, we're gonna go around. And we're not gonna murder them on sight. Even though, in my opinion, it's what they deserve. Let's go get these teeth. There, we got the teeth. Alright, I know what I'm doing. I don't need to think twice. Alright, we're about to break Miquella's curse. There it goes. I can hear it. They done did me a frighten. I'm not interested in fighting you. I have places to meet and people to be. You can stop chasing me any minute now, it's fine. Alright. Now, as far as I can tell, we just keep heading this way. Grab a grace while we're at it. Okay. Now we just gotta roll out that way. And this takes us in the back way. So I've managed to completely and utterly avoid biting the golden hippo. Now, let's drain the water. Which is a whole thing. Once we drain the water, we get to the grace. And once we drain the water and hit the grace, we're done for the day. And we're back at it again tomorrow at 10 a.m. Ah, for fuck's sake. We can do that one again. But yeah. Once we get to the grace, we're going to put the game down until tomorrow morning. 10 a.m. when we start again. I'm not working until 7 tomorrow afternoon. Well, tomorrow evening. So I might go a little later. I might go a little later than 3 hours. Because we're actually making decent progress. Like, incredibly decent progress. Much better progress than the first base game playthrough. Alright, can I see my runes? Yes, I can. There's an ulcerated tree spirit in the water, just swimming around. Alright. Hi, fire guys. Bye, fire guys. Now this time we're gonna get a running start. Ow. Now across yonder, gotta fight a fire knight. I hate fighting fire knights. In the worst way do I hate fighting fire knights. Ember of Mesmer. Alright, so let's get across. Mmm. We're starting to suck again. We're starting to suck again because we're focusing on the runes. That and we didn't get the running start we needed. And I am honestly tempted to just die and let the runes go. But we're so close to leveling. Now we face this cockfucker. Get some health back. Cool. How'd my runes end up over here? You know what? That's irrelevant. Alright, so let's take a look at the jump. We gotta get to around here and then jump. Let's take a look over here, just so we know which way we gotta go. So ultimately, we have to get to over there. And the only way in there is to drop in. And by the power of faith, we drop. Now, Queline's cell is in there. But we're not going to Queline. Thank you, I was starting to get thirsty. Alright, now we gotta pay attention. Because one of my least favorite enemies is across here. The bats. Alright, now there's a jump. And there's going to be 2 bats inside an alcove. Or, yeah, there's 2. Thank you. Matcha Preesh. Alright, that drains the water. Let's skip that cutscene. Water's been drained. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go open up Queline's cell. Just so it's open. And so it's one less thing for me to do. There's a Shadow Tree fragment on that side. I'm obviously gonna go get the Shadow Tree fragment. Is he within lock-on range? No, he is not. Yes, he is. Amazing. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make sure he's not a threat for me for later. Because as I understand it, he's not a that caster in particular isn't the kind of enemy that respawns. Now we're gonna let him get back within range. Okay, so we're both so I'm outside of his effective range. That's amazing. Let's make sure that we can take him down then. No, not that one. Yeah, that one. Don't worry, Prosthesis, you're coming back on soon. Okay. Oh, no, I'm telling you, he's outside of my range now. Stand back up. One more does it, I think. That did it. Perfect. Now when I go down there, it's going to be absolutely pleasant. Calling it pleasant might be a bit strong, but it'll be less bad. Yeah, let's go with that. It'll be less bad. Hi, guys. Let's swap our talismans back around so they're good again. The prosthesis. And the Rotten Wing Sword insignia. Okay. Let me go this way, I think. This way it looks like he's gonna take us to a grace. This feels very grace-like. And we're actually overtime now. I think that takes us up to the point where we can level. I think. Yes, it does. All right. So what we're gonna do is Arcane's at 40. We wanted to bring Endurance up. That takes us to 254. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you avoid the Golden Hippo. Alright, so let's save and quit. Because now I have to get ready for work at 3. It's 1:15 right now. We are at rune level 254. We've been playing for 456 hours, 44 minutes, and 51 seconds. I think we managed to progress things as far as we could progress them today. The only way I could progress them further is if I intentionally went out of my way to miss work. And that's not happening. Unfortunately for me, I have to keep working to keep the stream going. So that's what I need to do to buy like headphones and a webcam and all that other good shit. So, in closing, thank you to everyone who showed up today. You're all very much appreciated. Tomorrow's stream is going up at 10 a.m. on the dot this time. And is likely going till around 4 or 5 because we work at 7. So hopefully everyone's going to have a good day. Hopefully everyone's going to stay safe out there because it's a crazy world out there. You can follow me on Twitch. You can, if you're here and you haven't already, to get notified up to the minute as to when I go live. You can also follow me on TikTok, YouTube, like and subscribe. Obviously, that helps me out greatly with the algorithm on YouTube. And on TikTok, I'm just going to be posting various shorts, various unrelated things to Elden Ring. And there's also other social media links up on my Twitch that you can look at and use. So yeah, thank you, and I will see every single one of you tomorrow. Let me just get to the point where I need to be at. All right, have a good day.